Now, welcome to another edition of News from Naboo with Thor's Lady Takes. And let's get right to the news.
Okay, today we're going to start out with some Taika Waititi news, because we haven't heard about what his Star Wars project is up to in quite some time.
Haven't we heard a little while ago that he's like working on it or gonna work on it someday when you get time?
That's why it's interesting to talk about. He's actually got 3 projects that he's going to work on when he has some time
okay.
or something.
Okay.
Yeah, in case you didn't know, he was apparently going to be doing like a live-action adaptation of the anime classic Akira. It was going to do his new take on the Star Wars franchise, which I feel like Skeleton Crew is doing just fine. I feel like that would be like close to the same thing. He was also...
I think new take wouldn't be... I don't know that Skeleton Crew is going to be like a new take as much as a more younger viewer approach kind of thing. Not necessarily like just a whole new idea.
And he was also doing the Flash Gordon remake.
Oh!
Don't forget about that.
Okay. So he's going to do what George Lucas never could. Flash Gordon.
Yeah. But all these projects are kind of looking like they're on hold. For one, Akira was always going to be a rough project, I think, for him. Because that is a cult classic in Japanese anime.
Star Wars is pretty big, too, for
You're not
doing
wrong.
something with it.
But to make a remake,
Okay.
not to go on making something new and putting it into the Star Wars universe, to make a remake of something is different. I mean, Disney's been doing it for a while and not very successfully, in my opinion. But this is like a cult classic. Back in 2017, we found out he was making this live action, but haven't heard much about that since.
2017?
2017.
That was a long time ago, relatively speaking.
And as for his Star Wars project, I mean, it was announced following like
That was
his
like 2020,
successful
right?
MCU stuff.
2021?
Yeah, around The Mandalorian, because he voiced IG-11. We can't forget that.
That's right.
And then Lucasfilm was like, you know what? Let's give him a Star Wars movie. And he's like, I'm going to take a different approach on Star Wars. I'm doing like almost his Korg voice. I'm sorry.
Yeah. The approach he's going to take is not doing it or taking forever to do it. That is a different approach.
And then we have the Flash Gordon remake. I love the Flash Gordon.
You love the Flash Gordon movie
Yeah, so
more
much.
than anybody should.
So much. Initially, apparently, he was going to make an animated remake of it, but then it was canceled and turned to a live action.
He was going to
remake
do. He was going to do like live action Akira, and then he was going to turn in Flash Gordon into anime. Okay.
Animation, yeah.
Okay.
But that got canceled, and they're like, nah, let's just live action remake that. But we haven't heard much about that either.
What is he doing right now?
Well,
What would you
interestingly,
say
his last
you do
project
here?
was that, I believe it was like a soccer one, and it was okay.
Why did you see it?
I just read about it, that it was okay.
Okay.
I read about things. That's how I know
Yeah.
things. But, like, he has such a, like, turbulent career.
Well, it's just all over the place. I feel like that's
Yeah.
it's him though, right? He feels like he's somebody who would be all over the place.
Like,
It's just-
he hit that high point, and I feel like it's been a slow downhill trudge.
Well, he's had a couple, like the Jojo Rabbit. I've never seen it. It's apparently pretty good. I think he had another movie or two which are pretty highly acclaimed.
Yes, he did.
So he had his moment, and I think he's one of those people who is trying to recapture that magic
Well,
and
I
everything
thought-
he does, and maybe can't.
I thought
don't
Thor
know.
Ragnarok, I liked for Thor Ragnarok. Thor Love and Thunder, though,
It's horrible. It's the problem when something works and you're like, well, how do we do it again? Well, we got to go bigger, better, more into it.
More
We take the
dots.
parts that people really liked and we just intensify. And that's Love and Thunder. It is like Ragnarok, like with the steroids injected into it to be crazier and just turns into a mess.
yeah, he kind of did a little Q&A with the Binge Worthy podcast, and they kind of asked him about those projects, and here's what he said. What was ever alive? What is death? You know, death is just a new opportunity. More life to grow and flourish. Everything's always in development. My advice for any filmmaker is just say yes to everything, because you know things come and go, and you never know what stage things are. I've been attached to things that have disappeared for 3 years and then bubbled back up. I'm like, oh, I thought that thing was dead. Now I've got to go do that again.
So excited he is to return to some of his dead projects that
Just
he didn't
say
think we'd have
yes
to
to
do.
everything, and then eventually somebody's going to come and go, have you worked on the thing? And he's like, oh yeah, gotta start that.
I would assume one of those projects that has bubbled back up or keeps bubbling because people keep asking him is Star Wars.
When you say yes to Star Wars, you can't just let it steam on the back burner.
It's sad that you would. We've talked before. Like Star Wars used to be the premier franchise. You would assume people wanted to work on it just to get their name and association with it because it's so big. And now it's like, oh, Star Wars? Yeah, I thought that was dead. Now it's bubbling back to the surface. I guess I got to do it.
Well, and I think part of the reason people are asking him about it more, part of the reason it's bubbling up more, is because we don't have any movies.
We haven't.
We haven't had movies in years.
It's been
We've
5
got
years.
Mando, and already they can't moved back the other movie we were supposed to get. So yeah, this is gonna bubble back up because we've got nothing else to watch.
No, I agree.
So fulfill your obligations, or just let it die. Because seeing as you apparently thought it was dead.
I think he's trying to let it die. Maybe they came back to him and are like, "Hey, you still want to do that? We're still looking for."
But which project came back to him?
I don't know.
Hopefully not Akira.
Hopefully not either one.
Well,
of them.
anime moved into live action just doesn't always work well.
Go ahead.
No, he doesn't get any of them. Because all 3 of them are things I like, so he gets none of them.
All right.
None of them get Taika Waititi'd. Okay, next up I want to briefly touch on some rumors that have been circulating in regards to Star Wars. The, I guess, leaker or rumor smith, Daniel RPK, did give some scoops on his Patreon post, which are then, of course, given to everybody else who's not a patron.
I see. Well, that seems shady, but okay.
Yeah. First up, according to him, mind you, these are all rumors, James Mangold's Jedi Origin movie is officially filming next year.
Okay.
I could see that being very
Does
easily
that mean
to be
they
true.
have a script, or at least
Maybe he got one done. It's all
maybe.
good. A new writer has been found for the Rey movie, but no name has been released.
Okay.
That doesn't surprise me either.
Well, no, I don't.
I mean,
I still
just
think
do
it's the
Taika
Simon
Waititi
Kinberg thing. I'm telling
post,
you.
You know.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
Say yes to everything. Right now, Ahsoka Season 2 is going to be built as the last one for the show in case it does not get renewed for Season 3.
Gee, where did they learn to do that from?
Where did they learn to do that
I can't think of another show that recently hinted at a Season 2 and then got canceled.
But at least Ahsoka is getting a Season 2. They're just building it to kind of have more of an end point in case they don't get a Season 3 to tell the whole story. Which
awesome.
Filoni should just finish telling Ahsoka's story because we've been waiting on this for a while.
Yeah, isn't it great that you can't guarantee Star Wars is going to be a success anymore?
I don't want
Way
to hear
go,
that.
guys.
It makes me sad. The Filoni film is slated to film in 2026.
Okay.
So maybe Ahsoka first?
I would think so. Shouldn't Ahsoka Season 2 be 2026? If that's going to film in 2026, it's still 2 years out from release or so.
We'll see. Visions Volume 4 is already in development.
Oh, okay.
That would be a very happy
assuming
rumor.
any of this is true, we got to put the little asterisk that this is rumors, not confirmed information.
All right. Not just the Rey movie, the Sean Levy and Simon Kinberg movies. There is another movie in development with Rey involved.
Yes.
They're putting all their chips on her.
Yes.
So apparently the rumor is that there's the Rey movie that's coming. The Sean Levy and Simon Kinberg movies are both supposed to apparently use Rey. And a third one that's apparently going in development that uses Rey. Maybe if they just make all of them Rey, when 2 or 3 get canceled, one will come out and we'll go, there it is. The Rey movie.
I don't know that I can believe this.
That's why they're rumors.
Everything else sounded
I've heard, though, from other sources that she was going to be involved in multiple projects.
That was what the Hollywood Reporter article, which was supposedly an anonymous source within Lucasfilm. And again, a Hollywood Reporter, you think they're not just going to run with any old rumor, right?
They
you would hope so. They said that Rey is their top asset and that they are going to feature her in multiple projects. So maybe we got 5 Rey movies coming.
I'm excited about that.
I don't know if that is quite the word I would choose.
She will be a ray of light guiding all of Star Wars.
She's guiding something.
In the last rumor, which I think this one is definitely true, new CGI Untitled Star Wars series is in the works.
Yeah, we know
that one. They were looking for a production director for an animated project a while ago. I wouldn't be surprised if we get an official announcement for this, possibly even a trailer or some sneak peek at it during Star Wars Celebration.
Yeah, I'd be stunned if we don't. That's all we got for you this time. Now it is your turn to take to the comments below and tell us what you think of any and all of today's news, and let's talk some Star Wars. And so, until next time, thanks for watching.